Hi, Caitlin and Caitlin. I hope you're well. This is your first video feedback on your writing and your first journal submission. I read it and marked some of the things that I want to discuss with you, and we'll just quickly go through those. Um, the the Enlightenment is a fixed term, so you can totally just say the Enlightenment, and doesn't really need the era of Enlightenment, okay? And since it's a fixed term, it's typically spelled with an uppercase E. Then you go on to say change the entire structure of the time. Now, while I kinda, sorta understand what you're trying to say, um, I want you to be very careful with superlatives in academic writing. And by superlative, I mean like the best, the greatest, the entire, the whole, everything that encompasses a maximum, because it means that if you say the entire structure, so that if I found one structure that it didn't change, it makes your sentence wrong. Does that make sense? So just in this case, just lose the word entire, and just say in many ways, or in manifold ways, or something like that. That just leaves that moment of doubt, and the um, the fact that it's for sure not the entire thing by definition, but of course only important parts of it. Okay. And then you say it's the structure of the time, and that's, again, while I think I understand what you're saying, but I don't know what that actually means. The structure of the time. What exactly does that refer to? In the next sentence, you go on to say the social structure. Okay, that makes a little more sense. But then you say the social structure of time, and this may be a typo, and you just and you meant of the time, because otherwise time has no social structure, I think. But to just say changed the structure of the time is so unspecific that it really doesn't mean anything anymore. Okay, so really think about what exactly specifically it is that you're trying to say, and make sure the words that you use really specifically refer to that, and are not so general that they really don't mean much anymore. Okay. First, the Enlightenment had an impact on the social structure. So here, I guess, I hope it was just a typo. Then you go on to say, for example, was made more available to everyone. This is another all-encompassing superlative. And I said in my lecture, it's not truly everyone. It's for sure wider groups of the population, but not everyone learned to play the harpsichord. Okay, because everyone means that if only is that 100% of of the population have access to the education, which means that if I find one person that does not have access to that education, this sentence is wrong. Okay, so just really say what's actually factually true is to was made more available to wider groups within the population. And then you say the rules of religion were challenged. And I'm not quite sure what that means. Maybe the rule of maybe the church, or maybe you mean religious dogmas were challenged. I'm not quite sure what this means, but the rules of religion were challenged is again so unspecific and so wide that I don't know what it means, and as a reader, it makes me doubt that you know what it means. That's one of the main reasons why we want to avoid this kind of very vague writing because it doesn't tell me anything and it makes me doubt you too. So try to be more specific in what exactly you mean. Also, try to avoid the passive voice whenever possible. And this is a good example. Let's say the rule of or the dogmas of the church were challenged. In academic writing, one of our main focus points is to say who did what, when, why, and in what way. And the passive voice were challenged counteracts that in one main aspect, and that is it allows you to not say who, because you just say were challenged, but you don't have to say who challenged. And that's the exact opposite of what we want to do, because we actually want to say who challenged something. And that's why overall, as a rule, we try to avoid the passive voice as much as we can in academic writing. Okay. And then you have another superlative with everywhere. So you said the entire, everyone, everywhere. Okay. And that's just, again, it's just not accurate. It's not factually true. Led to changes, first of all, to what changes exactly. Again, remember, the focus of academic writing is who did what, how, when, and why. And this doesn't tell me much about most of these things. Okay, and everywhere for sure is an exaggeration, because it's not everywhere. Because again, if I found one square inch where there was no change, then this sentence is wrong. Okay. For example, previously music, and this is a grammar thing. When you say previously, then the tense for the sentence would have to be had only been available, which is indicated by previously, no? Because you're telling your story in past tense, and everything that happened before that point of time in past tense would have to be would have to use this form of had only been. And then in the course of upper class, the upper class does not. Well, okay. Actually, you would say the court of the nobility, to make that clear. And then you say the Enlightenment allowed music to be played. And again, that's super vague. What exactly do you mean by that? Like, it sounds like the Enlightenment was a person and allowed something, and that is just not accurate. Okay, so again, think about who exactly allows what and why and when, and say that. I'm not saying your paragraph needs to be longer. It's not really a question of length, but I think if you did all the changes that I tried to discuss, you would find that it probably would be a little longer. So I'm also okay if you restrict the content a little bit, but I definitely want you to write in a more factually correct, in a more specific way, trying to really focus on who did what, when, why, and how. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.